that is in the last 2 minutes of either half.
Right. Other than that, if that ball's out, whether forward or backwards, it's live and free for anybody.
No doubt about it. When you say free, that means he's got free reign to pick it up and go. That's exactly what happened there. Took it in for a touchdown.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the lead's down to a field goal at 17-14. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. This will be fielded at the 6. And he nearly broke that for more, but as it is, they'll start this drive at about the 37-yard line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And now running right through it. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. Eluding, and he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. William Golston. He's the one that got home and takes him down for a loss of 9.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
A beautiful fake. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at third down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? The zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on third down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. Third down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
I don't think this will even, nope, it doesn't even get there. Well short, and this score will stay right where it is.
Well, this winds up an empty possession. Everything looked okay. He just never got the ball on target. And knowing him, he'll be disappointed with that effort.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Once again, it's Barber. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. 10 yards there and a Buccaneer first down. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down.
Check.
Winston. And his pass incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Let's go, D.
Here's Winston. He's going to air one out. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Patrick Onwuasor. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Offensively, when you see cover 2, the thought has to go through the quarterback's head. Drive the football when making throws. It's not just the deep guys covering. It's the guys underneath you have to be careful of. Drive your throw. Otherwise, you see what results? Interceptions.
And he gets this one just shy of the 35 to the 34. A gain of right around 30 on a play that began way back inside the 5. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack. Jackson. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 19 yards to pick up there. Move the chains. To throw is Jackson. Floating one, incomplete. Hollywood Brown, the intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. They toss to Ingram. Oh, and now he bowls him over. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. That's good for a Raven 1st down, 15 yards there. Throwing on 1st down, it's Jackson. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Marquise Brown was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. Here's Ingram. He's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4.
That 2nd down play call was not to pick up the 1st down. It was to accomplish what they did to get them into a manageable 3rd down because they had incompletion on 1st down, so they were behind the sticks, so to speak. They needed to make up some ground, and they did.
He's going to find his tight end, Boyle. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Nick Boyle, his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. A good, sustained drive there in this 3rd quarter, capping it off with a touchdown to give them a nice 2-score advantage.
That was actually a fun one to watch, wasn't it? I mean, for me, seeing the mix of what they did, how they moved the ball downfield, very sharp, too. Each and every play seemed to be executed with great dispatch.
So they kept it on the ground, got it into the end zone. But, Charles, sometimes you probably see teams treat a 2-point conversion differently than if it was 1st and goal from the 2, or I should say 3rd and goal from the 2.
I agree with you totally on that. A lot of teams treat it as if they have farther to go and shy away from running the football. I think this is a great spot to do it because most teams play you for the pass. Go ahead and run and let your linemen surge and fire out.
So out come the Bucs now. And following the interception, any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a 1st down. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. And they're well past midfield, just a yard or 2 shy of the 40. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on 1st down. Back now in Baltimore. It's Buccaneer football, but they've got work to do. They find themselves behind here to start the 4th quarter. On 1st and 10, Winston. This complete to Jones.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
48 Mike. Watch the pass.
Now the Bucs going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this.
Ready. Flip. I'm coming after you.
Throwing again on 2nd down. Winston. He's got this one complete to Perriman. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Rashawn Perriman, 38 yards, as his guys are back within a single score.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
Well, I guess the coach looked at the two-point cheat sheet, said go for it, get it to a three-point game, and they did it.
Yeah, and sometimes you just throw out time of game. You don't worry about that. There's just a feel sometimes in making that call, and he felt good about what he had for a two-point conversion, and now they're only down 3 and feeling great about themselves.
And we shift our attention to Mark Ingram. He's toppled the century mark already receiving the football, closing in on that on the ground, too. They've really had trouble handling him.
I think from what we've seen in this game, his success through the air has started to open things up for him on the ground because now he's loosened up the defense, right? They've got to play just about every snap as if another receiver can get downfield on them, and he's been that receiver. Now they bring him back to the backfield. I think his yardage
through an opening, and there he goes. And all the way in for a Ravens touchdown. Marquise Brown, 70 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. And sometimes those slants, they can be so tough to defend after the catch. It just happens so quickly.
And really, what gets set up there is how quickly everything happened. Ball's out of the hands of the passer in a hurry, and he just takes it and goes.
And he went all the way into the end zone. Now it's Jackson. Looking end zone, but it's incomplete. Protection was great. He had time to set up a campsite. But in the secondary, though, they were ready.
And I think that in most places on the field, if you have that much time to throw the ball, someone's going to shake free and you'll find an open receiver. But condensed near the goal line on a two-point conversion, all that exit, there's not any extra field. So it kind of closes in on them, and that allows you to cover a little bit better.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline. Because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
48 months. We got to get the ball. D, get the ball right here. Let's go. Easy. Is that yours? Who's that? Mike, 48. Let's go.
They'll start out on the ground with Jones. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Jameis to throw it. And Winston lost the football. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. And he's got a man. It's the tight end Howard, complete. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line.
First down, Tampa Bay.
48 Mike. Go. Let him go.
They run it. It's Ogunbowale. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs, and they come up on 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
To throw, Winston. It's caught by Mike Evans. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. So in Raven territory now. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, Winston. Oh, no, he lost the football. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
48 to Mike. Hey, pick it up. Wait. Here we go.
Now Winston. That's complete to his receiver, Godwin. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 27-yard line. Here's Hogan Bawale. He's able to get 6. A nice pickup down to the 21.
Let's talk a little football 101 here, because one of the keys to advancing the ball downfield, success on first down. Huge difference, as we know, between 2nd and 4 and 2nd and 8 and 9.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. Winston to throw. And this is caught now for a late touchdown. So hold everything here. This one's not over yet.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed, but if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively there, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know,
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
Important extra point up and through, and that will shave one more off this lead. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And this one now not quite over yet. Still 2 timeouts remaining defensively. And, boy, having that 3rd timeout would have really helped here.
Yeah, another example of why coaches really stress saving your timeouts for when you absolutely have to have them. They go over this all the time. Here's one of those situations.
Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. And he gets this up to the 34 out of bounds there. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Another yard would probably put this thing in the books. It's 2nd and 1. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. Forced out to his left. He's going to take off with it. A good decision in the end to pull it and run. Gets him 9 yards and a first. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
Now it's Ingram. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down. The Bucs going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as it comes with exactly a minute to go in the football game.
At the 44-yard line.
A 10th carry here for Mark Ingram. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. The Bucs forced to use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. It's a pickup of 11 and a Baltimore 1st down. This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard. At the 36-yard line.
So the final seconds tick away in this Baltimore victory. And it wasn't really always pretty. They had their bumps and bruises. Really, both sides did. But they did what they needed to do at home to get the win.
Yeah, they really had to grind this one out, didn't they?
Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. Fairly short kick, taking it to 14 here. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. So here come the Ravens with their first look on offense. As we get a look at a guy who grew up in Florida, played his college ball, of course, in Louisville. It's the electric Lamar Jackson. Jackson on first down. Catch is made by Marquise Brown. The big gainer there on the catch and run, 37 yards.
Well, partner, it's pretty simple. One thing you don't want to see defensively, on the very first snap of the game, some guy running free like we just saw there.
Heck of a start for this offense, no doubt. So that changes things a bit. Here's a 1st and 10 all the way down at the 35. They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. Even with the good footwork, he'll be stopped just inside the 35. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. On 2nd and 9, Jackson. He goes underneath to Ingram. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. And this is going to lead to another first down as the tackle's made at the Bucs 16. On first down, Ingram. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Flush to, and he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Taking it in from 11 yards out. And the Ravens take it all the way down the field and score on the opening drive.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll set them back 5. Justin Tucker for the extra point. Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. 5 plays there on that drive, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. So here are the Bucs now to take over for the first time. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback, the former #1 overall pick in 2015, Jameis Winston.
And this is a guy who cares totally about his team. He will do whatever it takes for a play to be successful and for his team to win. I've seen him become a lead blocker on running plays, even though I'm sure his coaches don't want him anywhere near that pile.
A throw left side to start out. That's complete. It'll have a first down past the 40 and all the way up to the 45-yard line. That one good for 20 on the catch and run. Now the first carry for Ronald Jones. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of 5 there, bringing up second.
Stop your whining. Flip it, flip it, flip it.
On 2nd and 15 now. Winston. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a great return as they're finally able to take him down.
Well, they didn't exactly show patience there, did they? Just down a score, they come out firing right away and compound things by throwing an interception. They put their defense in a really tough spot.
Suddenly it's 1st and goal after the interception. A quick change in the situation here. They'll look to run with Ingram, and he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram taking it in as the Ravens push further out in front. Second effort there, he was determined to find pay dirt, and he did.
I think that's a great example of what coaches talk about, a back that runs behind his pads, and he uses pads to get him into the end zone.
Tucker now for the extra point. And it's good to make it 14-0. A nice, tidy little drive there, getting the ball in excellent field position, and only one play to score it. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out, a good one, as he's up a yard or two shy of the 30. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. 15 yards as Tampa Bay picks up the first. They'll run on first down. It's Jones. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Tony Jefferson on the tackle. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Ravens' 36-yard line.
48 to Mike. Follow. Hey, look, 48. Look,
Winston, a handoff. This is Jones. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. 4 yards the pickup, first down.
Second and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on third down and pick up the first down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendency. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the first down. That's exactly what they did.
To throw again on second down. Winston into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. First quarter, and now he already has 2 interceptions.
Yeah, he's got to guard against being tentative from this point forward, though. He's got to still make the right reads, make the proper throws. I've seen guys in this league throw 4 interceptions in a game and win. He's got to understand, put it behind you, keep pressing forward.
There goes Mark Ingram. A big effort that time out of Ingram. 79 yards. Well, they were backed up deep in their own territory. Not anymore.
This works really well when you play a defense that's an attack type of defense that comes after you, wants the football. Sometimes you use their aggressiveness against them.
From the red zone now, here's Jackson on first down. Rush coming in. This time around, we had that huge gain, followed by a sizable loss here.
Well, maybe that can give him a little bit of a pick-me-up, a little bit of a jolt. One of the few things has gone right defensively.
Because other than that, it's really been a first half to forget. Down he goes at the 10 with a solid pickup. There, they could use another one of those now on 3rd and 7. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Looks like the offense is going to take another shot here. They're going on 4th and 13. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And that will be incomplete. They couldn't hook up on what's going to be the final play of this first quarter. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports. The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
48 for Mike. He's scared. Check 31, check 31.
On 2nd and 11 now. Winston. And Winston lost the football.
They can't stop us.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Throwing. Winston. He's going to float this one deep right side. And, Jameis intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Tony Jefferson. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman?
Oh, yeah, that's
then
right.
With the Eagles?
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. And he gets this down deep into Tampa Bay territory. A big play that time for the Ravens. 57 yards. They go play action here on first down. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. It's 2nd and goal, but now all the way back at the 14. Jackson now. This one complete to Ingram. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. They'll give him a dozen on the pitch and catch, but now they're up against a 3rd and goal. Out to his left. And he will score. Touchdown, Baltimore. Lamar Jackson with his 2nd touchdown here in this first half as the Ravens push further out in front. They were looking to pass the ball there, but they forgot to account for the man with the football. Yeah, I can hear people right now saying, well, why don't you have a spy in your defense, someone who will dance with him and go where he goes? Well, oftentimes if you utilize a spy, you've taken away someone in coverage as well. And oftentimes, the spy, not as athletic as the guy he's trying to keep up with, so he gets defeated anyway. And he turns 3rd and goal into a touchdown. Tucker with the extra point, and it's now 21-0. Just a 4-play drive that time. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Out comes the Ravens defense now as they get ready for the next possession. And a big reason they have the lead right now, as we see on the screen, their 3 turnovers.
And how about the...
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
But now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Winston now. And he finds Howard complete. And he's going to be taken down with the first down at the Ravens' 24-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. Kill. Wait.
They'll throw again. Winston. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. From 6 yards away, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Matt Gay on for the extra point.
Delay of game, offense.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. Matt Gay on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and that'll cut the lead to 21-7. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it ends with a touchdown for the Bucs. And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away.
Free kick out of bounds, kicking team.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Jackson and the Ravens come up now 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, it's Jackson. And this one complete to Seth Roberts. And able to rip off a big chunk of yardage before being dropped inside the 40. A good pickup there, 21 yards. On first down, it's Ingram. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On second down, Ingram. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. We remind you that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll hand you off to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman will have highlights and analysis in this first half of action. He's going to find his tight end Boyle. And he doesn't quite make it, taking it within an eyelash. Dropped at the 1. They'll fake the give to Ingram. Now Jackson steps away. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. This is becoming quite the half he's had here.
Remember in our pregame meetings, they talked about wanting to run the football and staying with it? Well, when you're scoring this many touchdowns, there's no reason to go away from it, is there? They are off to a fantastic start. They hope it continues.
3 already for him. Tucker now to add the point after. He knocks it through. It's 28-7. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
At some point,
here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, on to get us started. And off we go from M&T Bank Stadium. This will be taken about the 12. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. So here come the Ravens now, ready to get the football for the first time. Commanding the offense will be Lamar Jackson, the electric quarterback out of the University of Louisville. Throwing on first down, it's Jackson, eluding the pressure right, and incomplete to open things up. Trying to get it to Willie Snead there. That'll bring up second down. And a very good offensive unit here. One of the reasons they're so good is running back Mark Ingram.
Took a little while for him to find his footing when he got into the league, but the former Heisman Trophy winner has it now and has really upped his pass receiving potential. A nice player.
And an alley to run. 6 yards there off the scramble, but it'll still leave him with a third down. And they'll look to avoid an early 3 and out here on 3rd and 4. Now it's Jackson. He dumps it down to Ingram. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37. They get 5 out of that one, and it moves the chains. Here's Jackson. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. The Buccaneers in good field position here to start out 1st and 10 on their side of midfield at the 47. They try to run on first down, but this defense says no dice. They stop them a couple yards behind the line of scrimmage. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and that'll make it 2nd and 12.
36 to Mike. Mike 36. Mike 36. You can't block me. You can't block me. Follow.
Jameis to throw it. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off around the 41. And he'll get this one out to the 50 to the midfield stripe. Well, not a good omen there. His first throw of the afternoon, intercepted.
And I know what the fans are thinking right now. I hope there's not negative thoughts in his head going forward since that's his first throw of the game. But one of the things I remember about him coming out of school is he's able to wipe things away pretty easily and move on.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Mark Ingram there. And now it's 2nd down. Draw play. Ingram now. And he's going to be brought down inside the 45 at the 43. 2nd down, a little more productive than first. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now. From the gun on 3rd down, Jackson. He finds Roberts, complete. He'll get this one down near the 20-yard line, just shy of the 20. First connection there of the afternoon for those two, and it's good for a first down. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. From the 16, Jackson. He's got it to Ingram, complete. Call it a 1-yard gain on the play. And just like that, it's 3rd down.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
And no signs of the field goal unit. They're going for it on 4th down. Now Jackson throwing on 4th down. That's to his running back, complete. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. Some collective exhales over there on the sideline. A big pickup through the air on 4th down to bring up 1st and goal.
Hey, watch it, watch it.
Again, Jackson. Flushed out right. He's going to touchdown, Ravens.
Well, this was a pass all the way, but he just kept buying time, didn't he? It was kind of like, wait. Oh, it's open. Time to hot-foot it and go. And, boy, was he successful.
Yeah, didn't go to the outside toward the pylon, just straight ahead, middle third of the field.
Shortest distance between 2 points. Straight line.
Tucker able to connect on the extra point, and it's now a 7-0 game. So that drive takes him down the field in 8 plays, and it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is taken at his 4. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. They'll start the drive with a carry by Jones. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. There's the Penn State man. It's Chris Godwin. And a 42-yard line here and brought down there. 9 yards the pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Guys, game situation. Let's go. 48 for Mike.
1st down, Winston. That's caught by the big tight end, O.J. Howard. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. That's good for a Buccaneer first, a pickup of 12 yards. They'll run on 1st down. Jones. The 20. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Ronald Jones, 46 yards, as his guys are on the board here in this 1st quarter. And on that long run, maybe the defense caught napping a little bit.
The concentration level may not have been there. I agree with you on that one, because those types of plays, when they result like that, they're almost like big bolts of lightning, aren't they? Whoosh, and off he goes.
Extra point by Gay is up and good, and we are tied at 7. A drive there of just 4 plays, and it's Ronald Jones that polishes it off with a touchdown run. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And that last drive was very, very balanced, pretty methodical. You think they go that route again?
I'm always of the school that until they stop me from doing something, I'm going to continue.
That's caught at the 25. It's a big play there for Baltimore. 47 yards.
And at Baltimore, 1st down. 1st and 10.
Now Jackson on 1st down. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. It'll be a gain of 4. And it'll be 2nd down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They run from the pistol with Ingram. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. 7-7, our score after 1. In need of a conversion on 3rd down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. Jackson from the shotgun. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. To throw is Jackson. And it's 6 points for the Baltimore Ravens. And always a good first half when you can hit pay dirt twice.
And it never hurts to have that good feeling as the game moves on. Just think about halftime. If that's all he gets, he'll just sit there at the half and think, all right, 2 already. I can get some more. I can get some more. And he'll be encouraging his offensive line to create some space.
Tucker with the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. 5 plays there on that drive. And it was capped off by the touchdown run that came from Lamar Jackson. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This will be taken short. And solid field position here to start as they get it out to the 40-yard line.
Any return that gets you to midfield is a great return. 1 first down, and you're almost in field goal position.
Here comes the Tampa Bay offense now heading back out onto the field. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. From the gun, Winston. Open man is Howard, the tight end. And able to break 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Now that's staying ahead of the chains. Really good pickup on 1st down, hitting the tight end there. Now it brings up a 2nd and manageable.
Just found a hole in that zone.
36 to Mike. Oh, yeah.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston looking deep down. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Tampa Bay. Brashad Perriman, 53 yards, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. And he showcased his blazing speed on that one.
Was he wearing football cleats or track spikes? Because he was gone. Big-time play, and just think about what that does if you're a receiver on the team with him. Well, that's got to open things up for you as well, because if I'm a defense, I've got to get back deeper and deeper in order to keep him in front. But I'm not sure how many can actually keep him in front with that speed.
Pretty clean and simple there. Just 2 plays. The long pass resulting in the touchdown on play number 2. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And Charles, the way touchdowns have come so fast and furious for both sides in this thing, it's starting to feel a little bit more like maybe a tennis match in a football game. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Bo Allen Able to collapse the pocket, get to him, and drop him for a loss of a yard.
So this has been a lot like a tennis match, hasn't it? Back and forth. Both of these offenses having their way so far, so maybe the question isn't who's going to score the most points in this game. Maybe it's who's going to get some stops.
Yeah, absolutely. And that sack, finally a first step in the right direction for a stop. To Boyle here over the middle. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. He got 29 yards that time.
And he's the epitome of what we call the move tight end. A guy that you can line up anywhere. In the slot, out wide, in tight. Doesn't really matter because he has such great skills. You want to utilize him in all aspects of your passing offense.
And there he was in the slot for the catch. And he's going to get this inside the 30. The Ravens get a new set of downs. Give him 17 on that pickup. Throwing now, Jackson on first down. And this is caught at the 8. And he is into the end zone for a Baltimore touchdown. Nick Boyle, 29 yards, as his guys are able to regain the lead. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Now Tucker to add the PAT. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. So that drive spanned 5 plays, and it's capped off with a Ravens touchdown. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And we shift to spotlighting Mike Evans. You better believe that he's well aware he has 0 catches right now, and they're losing, so he's probably a little hungry.
And you know the guys on defense are aware as well. And they're really excited that he has no catches, but they're also worried. Because a lot of times, it's like the ticking time bomb. The longer you hold him down, when he finally explodes, look out.
Yeah, no catches, though, so far in this game. Winston now to throw on first down. Airing this one out for Evans. And that's caught inside the 30. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30.
We always talk about the guy who paid off the play, don't we? The guy who caught it or ran it. But how about the elements that go into making a big play? This one in particular, able to scan the field, pocket held up nicely. What a terrific job by the offensive line. The route, well run, and the football, right on the money.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Winston. Looking for Godwin, and he's got him complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. It's a gain of 11, and the Bucs have a first down. On first down, Jones. He will push his way down to about the 14th. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Winston. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Ronald Jones. He scored on the ground and through the air. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. These two teams in this first half, it's been fun. Back and forth, back and forth. Well, it's not fun for the defensive coordinators, but offensive coordinators are enjoying it.
Yeah, they're having streaks here, aren't they? Being able to put scores together and really bunch them up, and we have a tight game here. You know, we often talk about having the right shoes for the right turf. Today it's track shoes. That's what we've seen with these offenses.
Yeah, it's been an absolute track meet so far and fun to watch. A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21-all the score as the kick's away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Now the Baltimore offense heading back out onto the field. And that last drive, so effective in the passing game, resulting in the touchdown. Maybe not many people were focused on the trenches. There was good protection there.
Excellent protection. So now defensively, you've almost got to get down into those starters blocks like you're a sprinter. Get lower than those guys on offense and find a way to roar through them or around them to get into the face of the passer.
Easier said than done, though. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Levante David in there to take him down on what will take us to the 2-minute warning. A reminder coming up here at halftime. We'll ship you off to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman will have first-half highlights and analysis from a back-and-forth first half that we've seen. The throw down the field, caught by his running back. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. That one covers 24 yards. It's a first down. Jackson now. And with that completion, he's now north of 200 yards here in the first half. Boy, a tough start for the secondary defensively.
It is, and it's got to put a dent in their confidence. And, you know, you always want to keep that up and feel like you can always bounce back after plays. But with the kind of numbers he's putting up here, it's starting to wear on them a little bit, I think. So they're looking at each other and trying to figure out what defense will work and how can they play better without getting beat deep for big passes.
He'll get just a yard on the scramble. It's second down. Throwing again on second down. Jackson. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is third down.
Come on, QB, come on.
From the gun, it's Jackson. He can run for it, and he will. The field goal unit's going to stay put on the sideline. They're going to go on fourth down here. They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. He's going to have his running back. It's complete. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit.
A 32-yard attempt.
Tucker's kick is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime in a wild first half. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Justin Tucker to kick off for Baltimore.
It's been a shootout so far. We'll see which Defense can make the adjustments as we get back underway in the second half. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. Out come the Buccaneers. They'll have it first to start in the third quarter. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half two, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Here's Winston. This into the hands of his running back, Ronald Jones. And give him 6 yards here as he's stopped near the 35 at the 34. To throw again on second down. Winston, he's got this one complete to Perriman. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. From the shotgun, it's Winston. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off here by Jimmy Smith. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line. First possession of the third quarter, an interception, so maybe a second-half tone setter.
Indeed, and not the tone they wanted to set. That's the equivalent of running out the wrong door and running into your pool instead of running out onto the field. A real dud for that one.
Has that happened to you before?
No, but I've heard stories about teams actually doing that back in the good old days.
On 2nd and 1, Jackson.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
Offensively, they liked their situation, so they tried to take a shot downfield, but no one was open. So it was tuck it in run time, and he picks up a 1st down.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Ingram churning. He lost the football, and it's picked up by the Buccaneers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
All I know, partners, that with every play call that came in, there was a little discussion about, hey, we can seal this bad boy. We can really put ourselves in a great spot to take it.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
Here we go, let's bring it. Let's go, let's bring it.
Running right, this is Ingram. And the stop will come inside the 5 at the 4. The 6 yards on the pickup, and it leaves him with a 1st and goal.
You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
They'll run here with Ingram. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. This is Ingram. And he'll get in. Touchdown, Baltimore. A 5-yard touchdown run. And the Ravens have used the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. They were able to push him backwards on 1st down, but this time he forces his way in.
I wonder if he went back to the huddle and said, guys, just a little bit more help, and I can get it done on this one. Maybe even overruled the play call from the sideline, just feeling like he had that opportunity, and he wanted to cash it in.
Tucker now for the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it's Mark Ingram who caps it off with a touchdown run. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line. Now the Buccaneers offense gets ready to head back onto the field. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is making sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. 25 yards that time. The last drive he threw the pick, but he's not shy. He's going downfield again there.
And you can't be, because if you back off after throwing an interception, your whole game plan just goes right out the window, and it makes things easier for a defense. And you and I both know there's a quarterback in this league that's any good that doesn't throw an interception occasionally, and they usually bounce back.
And Jameis intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 35. And they have possession, and they have it at the 38-yard line.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
They'll run with Ingram here to begin the drive. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5. Second and 5 now. Jackson got a man. It's Brown. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down.
First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
54 is Mike. 54 is Mike.
They'll throw on first down with Jackson. This will be caught by Brown. 23 yards, the final tally. They'll run on first down. Ingram fights through, and now a crease. They'll take it into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. Mark Ingram, his second touchdown of the afternoon as the Ravens push further out in front. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
John Harbaugh thought about it, and now his guys are going to go for the 2-point conversion. Now it's Jackson. And this is going to be caught. It's good. And that extends their lead by 2 more. He hits the big target for the 2-point try. Defenses hate those guys, especially around the goal line.
It's hard to decide who you're going to put on him. Are you going to put a smaller corner on him? Are you going to put a safety who doesn't have maybe the same coverage skills? How about a linebacker? He may have the size, but he's not used to really covering in space. That's why the tight end gives you such a great advantage when you're throwing the football.
Let's go.
Now the Buccaneers offensive unit back out on the field. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. It's the former Seahawk, Earl Thomas, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
Baltimore with good starting field position as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Jackson, he's going to find his tight end Boyle. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. That one good for 13 and a Raven first down. On 1st and 10, it's Jackson. It's brought in here by Willie Snead. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down. On 1st down, Ingram. And able to fight forward inside the 15 to the 13. 8 more yards this time coming off back-to-back first down pickups. Ingram again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. The Ravens on 3rd down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. This is 3rd and 4. Back now in Baltimore. It's the Ravens in control of the football. They've also got the lead as we get set for the 4th. Here's Jackson to throw. He gets it to Brown. Complete. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. And defensively, they just don't seem to have much of an answer. And he will force his way into the end zone for a Ravens touchdown. A 6-yard touchdown run as the Ravens push further out in front. And he keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now, no question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns has got him in the lead. And he will get into the end zone again, and he seems to have a nose for it as he gets both the touchdown and the 2-point conversion. Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. So a very short kick here. This will be taken by one of the up men. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. And Tampa Bay trots out there now. And last time, 1-play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling. Because a 1-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch. You got the big lead defensively, willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Looking to throw again on 2nd down. Winston. And Winston lost the football. Third and long for Winston. He's going to look deep for Perriman. This is caught inside the 15. And all of a sudden, they're knocking on the door inside Baltimore's 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Now Jones. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. An 8-yard touchdown run. And the Bucs are able to cut into that deficit. He's got the hat trick, 3 touchdowns now.
Did you throw yours? Did you throw yours out?
I didn't have mine. You've got yours. You've got one of those Abe Lincoln hats.
Yeah, and that stovepipe is going right out there for a nose for the end zone. 3rd time today. I think he deserves a tip of the cap.
And following the touchdown now, it's Bradley Pinion on to kick this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Mark Ingram now gears up to help lead this offense back out there. And really a lot of guys you could highlight on this offense with how well they've played, but he's one of them. He's been spectacular so far.
I'd say he'd be the number 1, wouldn't you?
Yeah.
Because it's not just the numbers. It's, as you said, I think you said focal point. But that's what he's been, and that means he's created other opportunities because they've had to bring the defense to him. He's run it really well. He's caught it out of the backfield. They're trying to stop him. That means there are chances for the rest of the guys to do damage themselves.
On 2nd down now, it's Ingram. A pickup of about 3 yards as he's taken down at the 31.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Now Jackson. And he's got his man, Marquise Brown. Touchdown. Hollywood Marquise Brown, 69 yards as the Ravens push further out in front. They were still throwing with a comfortable lead here late, and now that lead even more comfortable.
And your first thought is it bad blood that went into this one ahead of time, that maybe they're seeking some revenge or they just don't like them? But the other thing that always hits me is, are they worried about playoff positioning? Right? Are they worried about, do you need enough points in case there's a tiebreaker that comes into play later?
Tucker now to kick it away following the touchdown. This is fielded at the chalk of the 10. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Buccaneers getting ready to go as they take the field. And they will simply, Charles, be looking to duplicate what they did last drive when they were able to push it in for 6.
And they hope it'll be that easy, right? To be able to take exactly what happened before, replicate it. They may have to make a few additional changes along the way because I'm sure the defense will make some adjustments, but they've got to have great confidence having scored the last time out.
Try to lay one up deep, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
On 2nd and 10, Winston caught by Jones. And he's into the end zone for a Tampa Bay touchdown. Ronald Jones, 70 yards. And the Bucs are able to cut in now to that deficit.
Well, if you've got him in your fantasy league, you like his production, his 2nd touchdown of the game. But right now, his team is trailing. Fortunately, he's playing pretty well and trying to keep him in it.
Yeah, they might need a little more from him here.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised if they continue to call his number. Right now, he needs his defense to step up and give him a chance.
And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Ravens offense now, they get set to head back on the field. They are just putting things together so well here, drive after drive. They really have captured the momentum, haven't they?
They've taken momentum and pretty much not just given him a jersey, but a seat on the bench as well. Whatever do you need, you've got it, because the way they're stringing things together and creating that distance between them and their opponent, it's really hard to narrow that gap. And the other part is they're taking their spirit away from them, too.
And now they're just looking to add to that total. Here's a throw that's taken in out of the backfield. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run. And looking to put this game on ice in the fourth quarter, but still not afraid to throw it as they show there.
You want to play the game with confidence, and they have a guy who's in control right now. Their trigger guy, throwing it, they feel just as confident with him doing that as they would if they're trying to run the ball and run the clock out.
And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. A good pickup there, 26 yards. He's played a great game. It continues right there, even with this lead, confident to throw the pass and have the reception made.
There's no doubt who the leader of their team is there? There's no doubt who they want to ride all the way to the finish. Because strategy would tell you, run the football, run the clock down. Instead, they're letting him throw it because they feel that confident in what he's getting done.
So it's Raven football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal in a game that appears to have already been decided. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And that rushing touchdown, his fourth, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it. But he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
And is there bad blood here? I mean, and go for two when you're up that much?
If there wasn't before, there is now. When you do that, you've just announced to everyone, you just don't care about the other side at all. All you care about is what you're doing, and they just want to pile up points.
They did. And they're going to wind up with pretty good starting field position as they get it up past the 35. Now the Buccaneer offense set to take over again. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time. But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. That's going to be caught. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. O.J. Howard, 63 yards. And the Bucs are able to close the gap just a bit. And that was just a fly route. There was no stop. He just went.
Yeah, and it was beautiful to watch because you have to set it up as you go along. Everyone knows he's fast, so you play him for that. That's the number one thing you want to take away. But as you go through a game, sometimes you vary the speed in which you come off the line of scrimmage and maybe start a little bit slower, get him to stop his feet a little bit as a defensive back, and then explode and go, as we saw there.
Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll cut the lead back now to 21. And they're able to get the connection on the long touchdown pass. And that's one of the easiest drive summaries you'll ever see. One play, touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. And now Baltimore gets set to take the field. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all three timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. That's into the hands of the tight end, Boyle. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Throwing is Jackson. He uncorks it for Snead. Now that'll be tipped and intercepted. Picked off at the 16.
And that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The Bucs offense set to begin their next possession. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because...
And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. And it's picked up by the Ravens. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And with that kind of a deficit, you can't afford to make any kind of mistakes. But it's been pretty symptomatic of what we've seen all game with them, isn't it? Down this big in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, you'd say an afternoon to forget, absolutely. And an alley to run. Jackson hit, and he lost the football.
When I see a play like that, I come back to risk-reward. I don't know about you, but is it worth it at that point, whatever you're going to pick up, to either take the hit, and in this case, lose the football?
So, should have gone down. I mean, hindsight's always 20/20, but that's the safe play.
You're exactly right. Hindsight's really never wrong, is it? Because you can analyze it, but I think ultimately you got to look at it as a first option, taking care of the ball, getting what you can, and that's it. Don't worry about it anymore.
A really nice gain of 25 yards.
First down, Buccaneers.
Flip. Check 48. Check 48.
On 1st and 10, Winston. Now he's forced out right. And Evans hauls it in. Touchdown, Bucs. Mike Evans there to make the grab. And the fumble recovery leads to 6 points for the Buccaneers.
And yeah, that touchdown counts for their team, but I think it counts more for the fantasy guys, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's just something maybe positive to look at on film, but this one's over, let's be honest.
Yeah, I agree with you totally on that one.
And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. From the gun, Winston. To the goal line, but it's incomplete. Should have been picked. Probably doesn't matter on a 2-point conversion, but still, as a former DB, you want to grab that ball when you can, don't you?
You certainly do, and don't say it, because I know you're thinking it. Don't say it.
What am I thinking?
You know I know what you're thinking. Well, if he'd had hands, he'd be playing on offense, right?
Yeah, that's true. You've said that before. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And 3 timeouts remaining here defensively, but really not much reason to use them at this point, as this one is all but over.
If they use the timeouts here, it's strictly for show. We got a plane to catch.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. Oh, wait, hold everything. A timeout has been called. Seemingly silly with 1 second remaining in this game. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. Going to throw deep for the end zone. And this will be caught. Well, forget taking the knee. Some late gamesmanship here as they throw for a late touchdown. I tell you, Charles, you play to the final whistle, I get that. But there are a few folks that might not be too happy with that score late in the game with it already well in hand.
You seem a little squeamish about that last score.
I struggle with it. I struggle. But on the argument, I get it, on the other side is, hey, do something about it. Stop them.
I'll guarantee you, I know who was really excited. Fantasy owners who had them. Hey, listen, get the points for me. They're not worried about hurt feelings or anything like that. That's just new age stuff.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.